What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fantasy Addiction Network. Today we're going to be breaking down Justin Herbert, quarterback, looking at his potential fantasy impact heading into dynasty rookie drafts. But hey, before we get started on this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Anyway, let's get going right away. Started, check out the link in the description. We are offering a free tail kickoff special for our fan companion tool. You get access all the way up into the kickoff of the NFL season for absolutely free, so make sure you check out that link. Alright guys, so we have a little more information on Justin Herbert than we did in some of the other quarterback profiles that we've done because he did attend the combine. Now, Justin Herbert right now is looking to likely be the third of potentially 3 to 5 quarterbacks that will go in the first round of the NFL draft this year. In terms of a prospect profile, definitely fits the mold of what you would expect to see from a starting caliber quarterback coming out of college. 6'6", 236 pounds, 10-inch hands. Decent 40-yard dash time, actually has the ability to burn you a little bit in the run game. 4.68 40 time, good burst, and a decent throw velocity. Definitely has very good deep downfield accuracy. Some of the flaws in his game in terms of studying game film has a lot to do with mental space. And there's a few technique issues that he has as well. He has this tendency to just kind of like freeze up right before he makes a play just to make sure that he saw the exact play that he thought he did, which in college isn't going to be as apparent in terms of how negatively that will affect his game as it will in the pros. Because when you have any little twinge of inability to throw the ball, or not inability, just delay, it gives the cornerback the chance to read what's happening and reset. So that's going to lead to a lot of inerrant throws that could have otherwise been completed. So that's something that he's going to need to work on. He also definitely has very much of a hero mentality, trying to make plays, trying to make sure that he tries to hit an open receiver even when the pressure's bearing down on him. So he's going to need to calm down a bit and try not to force throws on every single play, because in NFL he's going to get hit a lot more, and that could definitely rattle him. So his pocket presence needs a little bit of improvement. Also needs to improve his technique a little bit. So what we would want from him is for him to go to a team that is not going to expect him to start in the first year. From a fantasy perspective, yes, we want quarterbacks that are going to be relevant now, but I wouldn't take Justin Herbert in any redraft league. I'm hoping, again, that he goes to a team that he can develop a little bit, work on some of those mental aspects of his game, because he has the player profile to be every bit as successful as a guy like Carson Wentz has been. And yes, Carson Wentz has also had his own misgivings. Some of the similar flaws that we've observed in Justin Herbert were things that were said about Carson Wentz. So I wouldn't be surprised if NFL teams talk themselves into taking him incredibly early and want to throw him into a starting role right away. I just think that would be bad for his development. In terms of stats, definitely has a stat sheet that makes you pretty exciting, especially these last couple years. 404 pass attempts, 3,151 yards, 29-8 touchdown interception ratio, 59% completion percentage, 166 rushing yards. Like I said, definitely used him to move the chains a bit, but not so much to really just be that rushing quarterback that you expect to see from a lot of quarterbacks in college these days. Last year, 428 pass attempts, 3,471 yards, 8.1 yards per attempt, 66% completion percentage, and 32-6 touchdown interception ratio. Definitely an improvement there. College yards per attempt, 76th percentile, but only 63rd percentile college quarterback rating. Like I said, makes some mistakes, no mistake about it, but is very talented. And in the right situation, in the right system, where he actually has time to develop, could turn into a very important fantasy quarterback. In super flex leagues, I wouldn't touch him until the second round. In single quarterback leagues, he's more of a round 3, round 4 guy for me. Obviously, if he goes somewhere in the draft that shoots his draft capital up, that might shoot his rookie stock up. But overall, I wouldn't be looking at him anywhere other than the second round in Superflex, or later, third round or later in single quarterback leagues. Anyway, that pretty much does it. Not too much more to say on Justin Herbert. And overall, quarterback prospects are a bit harder to predict. And obviously that's pretty much foreseen in the way that the NFL just takes stabs at quarterbacks every single year, and sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. There's still a massive gap in analysis when it comes to trying to understand what makes a college profile fit into an NFL mold. Very rarely is it a 100% sure guaranteed thing, and even when it happens, we still have issues like with Andrew Luck getting hurt, wanting to retire. So we lose when we lose great quarterbacks, it hurts the league. But there's a lot of promise in this upcoming draft class, and I think that Justin Herbert, in the right system, could definitely be a decent fantasy producer. But there's a lot of dominoes that need to fall in order for him to be a productive fantasy quarterback in year one. And from a prospect profile, I would hope that he wouldn't be a productive performer in year one, because I'd like to see him go on a team that will at least give him the majority of 2020, if not all of 2020 off. Just let him focus on learning the system and just calming down a bit and learning that he doesn't need to try to force every single play. But overall, good guy, and you should draft him late. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Also, make sure you check out my website at fantasyprediction network.com for more information on this upcoming rookie class. We'll see you in the next video.